Hello, ladies and gents, and welcome to episode 85 of the Shadow Cult podcast, a simulcast on both here and over on Scott's channel, and it's myself, Scott, Walter. The original three are here. James couldn't make it tonight, family stuff, so he's here in spirit for tonight. But
I got 5 more.
I got 5. I have till 5.
Well,
5?
He brought that back.
Yeah, I heard he did that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's been doing that now.
Who, Big E?
No, Danielson.
No, Danielson.
Oh. But, yeah, so... Oh boy, we got a doozy of an episode for y'all tonight. We are talking about the greatest show in the I can't even lie. No. We are talking about Royal Rumble 1999. Before we talk, I must preface. So, you know what? I'll save it for when we get to the main event. How about that?
Okay. All right.
Because I think it'd be more fitting when we get there. So, Royal Rumble 1999. We're in the height of the Attitude Era. And I, as well as a lot of other people, kind of look back at 1999 as a whole, the worst year of the Attitude Era in terms of pay-per-views.
You were 5.
Oh well, I always
You were
look
5.
back. I look back. But, I mean, in comparison to, like, 99 and 2000, I'm talking about mainly in the pay-per-view department. Television, fucking fantastic, obviously.
Business-wise, too.
But business-wise, it was incredible.
Business-wise,
absolutely.
We're never going to see numbers like that again.
No, absolutely not. But but when it came to the pay-per-views, especially, like, the Big Five, yeah. Like, this show... this could be in the conversation for the worst Royal Rumble show of all time, but I wouldn't say it is. It's up there, but not quite the worst. I think there were a couple other shows overall for Royal Rumbles worse than this, but we'll cross those bridges when we get there. But like Mania 15 was bad, King of the Ring was meh, SummerSlam was meh, and we talked Survivor Series and how bad that show was. B pay-per-views, though, were really fucking good in 99, so it was like the year of the B shows.
Yeah, all the In Your House pay-per-views were pretty good, from what I recall.
Same thing, Valentine's Day Massacre, Backlash, Fully Loaded, No Mercy. Those were pretty high up there for me. But yeah, when it came to, like, pay-per-views, yeah, 99, definitely in terms of the Attitude Era, as far as the shows themselves, were pretty hit or miss in comparison to the other years of the time. But, yeah, like we said, business-wise, numbers...
WCW from 99, though.
Yes,
the
you
WCW
could.
from 99, though, was...
Or ECW from 99.
ECW from 99 was not too hot either.
No. We
New
got the
Japan
decline of
was
those
in a
two.
pretty bad spot in 99. It wasn't that great of a year for wrestling.
No, it wasn't.
Not business-wise, though. Money-wise, everybody was
Money-wise,
Still phenomenal.
fucking still phenomenal. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But, with all that said, let's get on to the show itself. So, Royal Rumble 1999 from the Arrowhead Pond in Anaheim, California, with an attendance of...
California knows how to party.
What is it,
one
Walter?
little disclaimer we cannot deny, though. The crowd is pretty hot throughout the whole show.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
That's one thing about these Attitude Era crowds, though, despite the fact of our criticisms that we just made, we're nitpicking, in a sense, I guess we are. But for the Attitude Era, one thing that was very much a thing was red hot crowds. Red hot.
Mm-hmm.
Red hot.
Yeah.
White hot. White hot
White hot.
crowds.
White like my beard.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, tell me about it.
Look at that, man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I know, it's weird.
Speaking of
That's a
white or
red-
gray hairs, I even notice you
That
can't
can
really
come
see
early
them right
to
now. I got a
mid-afternoon.
couple of them growing here, starting to get the Doctor Strange look going.
This is Paul Ellering right here. Early to mid-'80s Paul Ellering.
There you go.
Yep, I see like a newspaper.
But with an attendance of 14,816 sellout with 13,597 paid, Livegate of $630,050. Merchandise sales, first time we're talking merch numbers for a while, of $137,813. Pay-per-view buys, $640,000. Up to this point, the highest bought Royal Rumble show of all time. That would eventually get eclipsed by 2002, which James covered on his show from the vault yesterday, funny enough. But compared to Royal Rumble 1998, attendance was lower by about 4,000 or so, but the Livegate and pay-per-view buys were higher. Merchandise sales were lower than 98. Compared to the other shows of 99, Royal Rumble, shockingly, the second lowest attended show, with Backlash the lowest. But then again, attendance were still like 10,000 plus, so not really a huge deal.
Very impressive numbers that you don't really see on a lot of shows today now.
Never see anymore.
Like the stadium WWE shows and things like that,
Yeah.
Livegate.
No. Livegate was actually the third highest of the year, with WrestleMania 15 the highest. Merchandise sales the fifth highest, with WrestleMania 15 the highest. And it was the second most bought pay-per-view, with WrestleMania 15 the highest. So, yeah, pretty damn good numbers all around. Despite attendance being lower than it was the year prior, and the merchandise sales, still fantastic numbers across the board.
I think the merch numbers were lower because I think by that point, everyone had an Austin 316, DX, or Rock shirt by that time.
Yeah. So it was like, well, what else can we get at this point?
Yeah. Let's buy our phone middle finger.
Let's buy a Stone Cold bobblehead so we can massage that smooth, bald head of his.
I remember when I went to WWE, I bought a WWF back in '98. I bought an Austin shirt. I bought some DX, but I bought also the Austin 316 video. I bought that actually at a show, which is weird. Buying VHS stuff. At WWF,
yeah, remember kids? Remember when we had VHS tapes? No, figured not.
See, his kids don't remember that. Our kids do.
Yeah. But with all that, let's get on to the matches. So we kick things off with a battle of Corporation versus D-Generation X as Road Dogg takes on the Big Boss Man.
That's pretty much what the whole undercard was for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Was Corporation versus, somebody.
Mm-hmm. Or DX versus somebody.
Or DX versus somebody, yeah.
Yeah. And this match... whatever.
That wouldn't be my first choice for an opener.
No.
All right.
I
give up. I can't get West Stream to work tonight.
Only one thing. The one thing that does, I think, makes it qualify as an opener is you have a guy there who knows how to warm that crowd up, and that's Road Dogg.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's Armstrong. That's one thing going on the internet and seeing things about, the internet was very negative back then too. I'm sorry, fans. I mean, it was pretty toxic. It's not as bad as it is now, not as tribalistic, but it was pretty fucking negative. And New Age Outlaws got shit on a lot. Road Dogg sucks. He's only got like a few moves. He has no moves or some stupid things. He's an Armstrong, so fuck you. You're not going to put an Armstrong down. And two, he knew how to work. Okay, that was a lot of these guys knew how to work and get a crowd riled up, even with their catchphrases and sayings and all that. And Road Dogg was a master at that. He had the crowd in the palm of his hand. Like I said, that's the one major quality to put this in the opening match because he knew how to get the crowd fired up.
This match is Memphis Gaga, and I love it.
Yeah.
I love how it goes. I think it's not overly crazy with moves. A lot of audience and participation. Road Dogg, of course, knows how to fucking work it. Tells the story. Boss man, perfect. Come on. It's like I said. It's Memphis. It's Jim Crockett promotion style. It's Southern style wrestling in the big company. So it worked.
They pop for everything. They pop for.
But
we're gonna see the generation gap in this review tonight. I'm telling.
Oh yeah, big time generation gap. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like this match. I just was not feeling this match personally. I don't know why. Because I would have thought, for me, Boss Man vs. Road Dogg would have been really good, but for some reason the match just felt average for me. Of
But
course,
what we were
obviously,
looking for-
generation gap, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing of the opening match, though. It's to warm the crowd up for what's to come because there's bigger
Exactly.
things. Road Dogg and Boss Man were educated enough not to go in there, steal the show, or put on the match of the night. Let's do enough to get the crowd going and push the story forward, because the story evolves into the next match and going forward with that as well.
Yeah, and plus, like you said too, who's the first guy that comes on the show? One of the best talkers on the show in the company at that time. Rile the crowd up, get the crowd involved right away. It kind of reminds me of what we saw. Bad example, maybe kind of what we saw with Enzo. When he would come out and do the promo, do the whole shtick at the beginning. That's straight from the New Age Outlaws stuff.
Yep.
Bada boom. Realest guy in the room.
How you doing? That's your shine. That's your shine. You can just go right to the fucking heat after that. You don't have to fucking do any moves. It's okay, beat my ass for about 10 minutes and give me a hope, and then come back on me and boom, 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 work, yada, 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 take it home. Easy.
And that's all Road Dogg needed. He needed this catchphrase to get the crowd warmed up, and then it was sell. Then
Sell. Yep.
And if he went over, he hit the pump handle, but it was selling, and that's, again, he's an Armstrong. The fundamentals are coming to him at ease. He's a master at it.
Yep.
And that's what makes it work.
But in the end, Big Boss Man defeated Road Dogg in 11 minutes, 52 seconds.
Yes.
Moving on.
No title.
This wasn't a title match.
No title match.
All right.
Yeah, that's the interesting. First 4 matches all have championships involved somehow, either on the line or it's a champion in a match.
Mm-hmm. Following that, match number 2, speaking of championships, the first of 4 championship matches of the night for the Intercontinental Championship. Champion Ken Shamrock versus challenger Billy Gunn. So we get to this match, and this is pretty much the continuation, of course, as we talked about. It's DX versus Corporation, and this really got started pretty much right after Rock Bottom, when DX did the parody of the Corporation. That's when the feud really took off. And the sub feud of DX Corporation was Shamrock and Billy Gunn, because Billy Gunn mooned Ken's sister Ryan Shamrock in the crowd, and then Ken comes in and beats the fuck out of Billy, nearly breaking his ankle, which is the story of this match. Shamrock working the ankle of Billy Gunn. And that's what I liked about it. I thought this was a pretty damn good IC title match between these two.
Yeah. It was really good.
Simple psychology.
Fun fact, these two guys are still working.
It's crazy to think that, isn't it?
It's so weird.
And Shamrock is still an Impact.
Yep.
Yep.
It's incredible. And they're both almost 60.
And they both look
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Billy Gunn's bigger now than plus that. It's a sizable wall.
I'm sure it's all natural.
Oh, of course. Yeah. He ain't calling
9 times.
Incidentally, I've tried to stream like 4 times, and it's not working for me on my side. So let's hope it works next week. That's all I could say.
Right. Well, luckily I'm on, so there you go.
I'm with Levi. I told a good story. Very simple. There was not a lot to it, but the work in the ankle, very important. As Scott would again put, very Memphis, old school, basic stuff. Didn't do too much. Okay, didn't do too much because there's a lot of shit to come later. All right, the two major matches are going to be a lot to consume. So let's not, just tell the story here, get the crowd entertained, and these guys both, serve that purpose.
Yeah, I can't say I was overly. I can't say I was like overly into this match even back then, probably. But they're going through the motions. Val gets involved, adding that little dimension to it too. So there's some intrigue and interest over the title and
build up to WrestleMania.
Right.
I was just getting there, because this eventually built up to WrestleMania, where they made a lot of questionable decision making heading into that show by switching them around, putting Billy in the hardcore title match and Road Dogg into the IC title match. It's like, why? You had Road Dogg against Al and Holly.
That's the one thing I didn't agree with was, although they both bring their own qualities, I didn't agree. I never enjoyed the New Age Outlaws as a solo act for each one.
No.
They were most effective when they were together. Of course, Pro Dogs release. What's the first thing to do? Billy Gunn says, "Fuck my kids. I'm going to go wrestle with Brian again." If Brian can wrestle, but yeah, I'm not getting over with you guys. Sorry, I'm going to go back to my partner.
And we'll get over again, bastards.
Yeah. But Danhausen's been ribbing the Gun boys, so it's been entertaining on Twitter.
But in the end, with the ankle lock, Ken Shamrock defeats Billy Gunn to retain the title in 14 minutes 23 seconds. So, solid start, and then things take a pretty big dip pretty fast. Because up next, championship match number 2 out of 4 for the European Championship. X-Pac defending against Gangrel. Why did we have to have this match on the show? I don't know why.
People can go to the bathroom or get a snack. That's pretty much the only thing
I guess. Could have been on Sunday Night Heat. I don't know why it wasn't on Sunday Night Heat. It could have been about that.
It was kind of weird they threw it in there. Yeah, that seemed like a Sunday Night Heat match more.
And it wasn't
a bad match.
And it wasn't given a lot of time either.
No, it wasn't.
Like 6 minutes.
Piss break.
I will say, piss break. I mean, it's like the opening match was good, like I said, with Road Dogg Bossman. That one went too long for what it should have been. It feels like at least 5 minutes too long. And that could have been maybe divided up and added to this match, maybe a little bit more. X-Pac does a few too many spin kicks for my liking. It just seemed like every other fucking spot for him was a spin kick. But I mean, Gangrel, Pac, they had great chemistry. They're working, flowing really well together. So it's not a bad match. Yep. It
was just average.
It was there.
It was a Raw match. They implemented that WWE Monday Night Raw style, because if you watch the WWE Raw style, it's still sort of that way too. Quick, get your shit
in and get out. Yeah.
You watch a lot of Monday Night Raw from the late '90s and early 2000s. The matches are 3 to 5 minutes, and that's what this was. They get all their shit in, get the angle over, get the point across, and move on. This again, we are in the middle. I believe we're still Vince Russo era, correct?
Yes.
Oh yeah, we are.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't leave until like November or something like that.
October, November, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I knew he left in '99. I just wasn't sure when.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Bro.
Oh, that's the other thing. We'll get into more of this later, but this is also the Beyond the Mat Royal Rumble.
Yes.
A lot of Beyond the Mat footage is recorded from this show. Mm-hmm. Yep, so that's all there. I just actually took the DVD out of the bookcase. We have a bunch of DVDs in it. I put it in the trunk because we never watch it.
I still do watch it, actually. I found it on streaming a few times. It's fun and it's nostalgic, and I show the kids.
Well, this is
I love my kids with this. They're like, oh my God, that's Triple H. Oh my God, he's still wrestling. What's he do? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this DVD was the special edition that has a special sit-down interview with Cactus Jack, Jesse Ventura, and Barry Blaustein. Sitting down eating chicken salads, discussing pro wrestling. And it's really like, why? What does this have to do with anything?
It was part of an agreement in the distribution. So
I guess.
WWE made no mention of Beyond the Mat. Never plugged it or promoted it.
Never did.
In fact, tried to get the movie banned at one point.
Yep.
Did they? I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I forgot. I don't know.
But in the end, X-Pac, how that conversation swayed. X-Pac defeated Gangrel to retain the European title in 5 minutes 53 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Following that, following that, match number 4, the third of 4 championship matches. A strap match for the Women's Championship. Sable versus Luna Vachon with Shane McMahon in her corner for some reason.
Yeah.
You could definitely tell that the fans were only into Sable and nothing else because this match blew chunks.
Yeah.
WWE's women division was at the opening stages of its era at that time, and I love Luna. I'm a big Luna Vachon fan, but this didn't. It was all about Sable. Sable was a star, and the women's division was approached very differently. And that's another thing my kids noticed with this. We sit down watching these Royal Rumbles, and my daughter, who's a big women's division, fanatic and all that, was like, "Dad, this is not the way it is now. What is this?
Not even close.
What in the name of fuck is going on here?
Oh,
pretty much.
We watched 2000 today. You can only imagine the reactions during the bikini contest.
Yeah.
My daughter's
at least
15 now.
at least between like 02 and 06, you had a lot of good matches from time to time. Like Victoria, Trish, Lita, Mickey eventually, Jazz, Molly.
Yep, but not this one. Oh, this was also the one where Tori. I think it's the first time we saw
Tori runs in. Yes.
Yep.
Tori runs in.
Well, I think she had been shown on TV a couple of times because they referenced that.
Yeah.
All the Death Valley Driver marks. Okay, little popular website.
Oh wow, yeah.
They were like, oh, Terry Powers in WWF. They're gonna. Oh, and Terry. Before then, she was Terry Power in Japan. She very different than Tori.
Yes, very different.
Very powerful, and they're excited because a woman who built her career was coming to the company. They were pretty upset that Sable went up on her at WrestleMania. But yeah, a nothing match, and I felt bad. Luna, you could tell, wanted to be somewhere else. Those last couple of years where Luna was in the company, I don't think she was happy.
Oh God, Levi, what the fuck? What did Zach say?
It's not Zach.
Oh wow.
From J. William Reed. Sable drew money, lots of money, and that's all that matters. Guys came and came again to see Sable's boobs. I mean, that's true. I mean,
that's
you're
true.
not wrong. I mean, that was literally the only thing Sable was worth. It was her tits.
It was marketable.
I was watching this thing, watching her walk down the aisle, and that reminds me of Beyond the Mat, where Vince Russo's talking to her, really sell the back. They really want you to sell the back, okay? And do all that shit. And I see Sable walking down, and I look at Michelle, I was like, how the fuck was this bitch ever over? Yeah. Why did we like her? We didn't know any better. Boobs! Yep. T-shirt spot! T-shirt spot! Yeah. And it's like, oh my God. And 3 years later, you'd be like, yeah, go, 3 years later, she'd come back, or 4 years later, she'd come back like, thank you. We did you already. Get out.
She did get over with the Mark Merrow Triple H angle there. Like I said, more of it. The fans did become attached to her, but then boobs. Happened. That's what kept her.
And also, Sonny's gone at this point too, because always the Sonny Sable shit was going on.
Mm-hmm.
She was marketable. Boobs.
But anyway, this match sucks.
Yeah, and this conversation went longer than the match as Sable defeated Luna to retain the title in 4 minutes 43 seconds.
It was more fruitful than the match too.
Yep, 5 minutes too long.
Yeah. But now, thank fuck, we're at the saving grace of this show. The penultimate match of Royal Rumble 1999, the fourth and final championship match of the night, and the match that makes this show famous. The I Quit match for the WWF Championship. Mankind defending against The Rock. So we rewind a couple months back to Survivor Series. We're in the Deadly Game. Well, technically the feud started back in September because you had Foley, Rock, and Shamrock kind of getting intermingled with Austin, Taker, and Kane. They had the triple threat cage match at Breakdown, one of the best cage matches in company history. Then Foley and Rock kind of went their separate ways for a couple months until we got to Deadly Games. The finals, the only time recreating the Montreal Screwjob was good when The Rock won the title and Mankind felt like he was lied to, and then we get the rematch at Rock Bottom. Great match there with a fucked finish with Mankind with the mandible claw, and it's like, oh my God, he's the champion! Vince, The Rock didn't tap out or say I quit, damn it! The Rock is still champion, but you won the match. All leading up to the January 4th, 99 episode of Raw, when Mankind baited Vince and The Rock into a title match by nearly breaking Shane's arm, and then we get the match there, and arguably the biggest pop of all time when Austin shows up and helps Foley win the title.
Yep.
Which then leads to, I think it was the week after, where Rock's begging for a rematch. Just begging. Okay, no DQ. No count out. No corporate member interferes. No. I quit trying to. I accept. It's gonna be an I quit match.
That was very good. That was very good build up
good.
to get to the match. That was very for its time. That was really well executed.
And the promo package was great too.
Yep.
Kudos to Vince Russo. Kudos to Vince Russo for making that happen.
Yeah.
We'll call a spade a spade.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I love the promo package too.
I'm a heart.
Where they're building up that this is a match The Rock can't win and Mankind can't lose. And showing all of his history of all the brutal shit he did to himself in Japan. The C4s, the bed of nails, the barbed
all the explosions.
wire, and then Hell in a Cell and all that stuff.
A lot of Hell in a Cell. I will not say them here nor there. I will not say it anywhere. I will not say those words, you twit. I will not say I quit.
Yeah.
Sugar-coated testes, is that a new breakfast cereal or something?
Sugar-coated testicles.
Man!
Don't laugh. But anyways, so we get to the match, and yeah, this was the match I was focused the most on with Beyond the Mat. Like, we've seen the behind the scenes where they're all happy-go-lucky, having fun, fully skilled.
Stop me, drop him with something, we'll climb up there, we'll do this, and we can get out of that. We can come back like, motherfucker, yeah.
This is going to be a bit of a take. This is probably the most physically something that was truly violent. Probably the most physically violent thing I've ever seen in wrestling. And I've seen Japanese death matches, and I've seen ECW and all that stuff. And a lot of that stuff was very gimmicky. The Japanese death matches are but it's meant to be. This was pure raw violence.
Yeah,
it really was. Those chair shots with Mick. I mean, Scott and I, when a chair shot, the thing we're told is, put your hands up, or hit the hardest part of your head.
Right.
Mick was handcuffed and
can't do it.
That too. And I wonder if Mick told The Rock, I want you to really lay into me. I want you to really make those chair shots hurt.
Well, it's also deemed in Beyond the Mat where they ask Mick how you feeling. He's like, well, if I saw The Rock right now, I probably would beat him up because of what he was doing.
I was just getting ready to say, because
make it look good, but don't kill me.
Yeah, don't kill me. But it's like, and plus Mick's got the mask on, which can take a little bit of the blow, not all of it. I'm not saying that's an excuse. But there's several shots where it's wide enough. With the mask, there's enough space. As my head is shining, there's enough space there to really impact the skull with the chair instead of deflecting it out of the mask itself. And he's aiming, he's swinging for the fucking fences.
Yeah. Oh, I know. That's the one thing about late '90s wrestling, whether it be WWE, maybe WCW, especially ECW. There was no resistance with chair shots.
Nope.
Chair shots in the late '90s, early 2000s were fucking brutal.
Horrible.
Fucking brutal. I mean, balls chair shots were insane. The Bob Holly chair shot. My God, Bob would go right from the top. Bob would reach up from the bottom and come down.
Yeah, like a fucking sledgehammer with that shit.
Yeah, he would pull up from up and you watch him turn his waist. As someone who knows boxing mechanics and physics, you see them turning their waist like that. All the inertia and momentum of their body weight is going to be coming right down on that chair. And you see The Rock do that with almost every shot. And there's no shots to the back. They're all on the head.
All on the head.
Yeah. There's no back shots or anything like that.
Now, granted,
when you cracked me with a chair back then, this was the thing.
Yep.
I remember when you hit me. I remember there was a video of it. You boom! I went down like a tree.
Yep. You went down. Yeah, and I was about to say, it is one of the most brutal things. However, Mick, he allows it, because as you know in the business, you feed into it. That means you can take a couple more. So he constantly gets up, turns around into Rock. Well, bam. Gets up, turns around. Well, bam. He gets up on his knees. Bam. So he's saying, keep going. Don't fuck it. Because Mick's going to go he's going to give the audience their money's worth at the expense of himself physically every time. He always did that. And that's what got him over, because it got to that point. This is at that point. This is probably the peak of the time where it transitioned from, beat him up, to don't do that to Mick. We don't want to see that. That's right when this, it started with Hell in the Cell, and then it peaks with this. This is like the last time you want to see ever Mick Foley get hurt.
It actually started with Vader, if you want to be technical.
Not really. No, it didn't start with that. Because back then, nobody cared. Nobody cared about it as much as they did then. I mean, he lost an ear. He's crazy. Remember the kids in Beyond the Mat? Mick Foley is crazy. He'll jump off the top of a building, go through a table because he's like that. He's crazy. That's what they think. That's what we all thought back then.
Jim Ross interviews got him over because most of these fans, unless you were like part of the tape trading circuit and such, most of these fans knew nothing about the IWA King of the Death matches. And a lot of them didn't even know about ECW. So, those Jim Ross segments got everyone familiarized with who Mick Foley is, and Hell in a Cell elevated it to the next step up because it emphasized what Mick Foley's about.
It was the beginning of the humanization of the Mankind character, making him mean more relatable to people. Like, okay, yeah, he's Mankind, but he's this dude Mick Foley. He wrestled in the backyard. He's lovable. We all love him. And and just escalated after.
And he was Cactus Jack.
One thing also is like I wonder what Mick tells these guys when they're calling out a match, because I know I'm jumping ahead, but if you see the matches with him and Triple H, when Triple H does a pedigree on anyone, say Austin or Rock or whoever. And he brings up, as he's coming down, you notice, you pay attention to Triple H's arms, he kind of lets go of them on there. Mick, no, he's still locked in as he's coming down. Every time. I remember a friend of mine pointed that out, and I watched it, like, oh my God, you're right. Those are some really stiff pedigrees. I wonder if Mick is telling him, make them look like they really hurt.
Well, and the story is in that the Royal Rumble 2000 street fight they have, he takes that first pedigree, he shoe kicks out, and he wasn't supposed to.
Nope.
That was supposed to be the finish of the match.
Pedigree me in the thumbtacks.
Yep. That's what he kicked out, and that's why Triple H has that look in his face, like he thought that was the finish. And Mick called the audible. No, do it in the tax, like you said. And that made him even more of a dick heel. And he knew what to do to get him over.
22 years later, and that is still the best street fight in wrestling.
Yes.
I haven't seen one to top it.
I haven't seen anything after that has topped nothing.
Nope.
Definitely not the girls tag team match we saw a few weeks on AEW. No way.
Absolutely not. Sorry. No. So because you don't have a guy that the audience is that much invested in, like Mick Foley in the match. Sorry.
And that's and circling back to the Rock and Mick the I Quit match, that was the big thing, was the sympathy behind Mankind. Getting behind Foley. Just it was basically it was like the last temptation of Christ, just the crucifixion.
Let's leave the science fiction away now. Let's get back to reality. So, but anyway, go ahead.
It was an analogy.
I said it.
I know.
Oh, Scott. Anyways, though,
truth hurts, doesn't it? Moving on.
But it's like, to kind of get my 2 cents in with this match. It's like, This is one of my favorite matches to watch, but at the same time, given what we know now with concussions, it's kind of hard to watch this match back.
It is.
Because
it's
a lot to take in with this match, because given what we know, again, with concussions and seeing Mick take 12 hard shots to the fucking head, and it's like, you guys were talking about, I was going to pitch in too, like, with, like, people wondering if Foley wanted that to happen, but then you watch Beyond the Mat, and he's like, I want to strangle him. And even The Rock admitted in his book it actually took a long time for him to apologize for this, too. So there was definitely tension between the two after this for a little bit.
Oh, you could see it.
There's a lot of pride. The Rock has a lot of pride. You can tell he's somebody who really has a hard time coming to terms with whether he's wrong or not. Just based on...
And on top of that, and I've made this point many times in the past, with The Rock in a steel chair, if I was in the business and I was working Rock and they wanted him to use a chair on me, I would have flat out said no. I do not trust The Rock with a steel chair, because go back the year before, fucking leveled Shamrock so hard his eyes crossed.
Mm-hmm.
And then this.
It was also the time. Everything had to be extreme. Like, really, ECW brought, like, all the crazy chair shots and all that stuff to, to the main. it was going through the whirlwind with the elevation, with the mainstream stuff. Everything had to up the ante, and again, chair shots at that time were fucking crazy, no matter where, you know. Yeah,
and they would still be crazy at least for the next 9 years.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. It's just recently. I mean, you don't see a lot of chair shots anymore in wrestling.
No,
and I have
none
no
to the
problem
head
with that.
anymore. And
I'm fine with that.
And I'm fine with that, just given what we know, because we don't want
In the
another
80s,
Benoit on our hands.
No.
In the 80s, it was one chair shot, and that was usually a DQ finish or the finish. You know.
Yeah.
And the chair shot then was not nearly as brutal.
No.
It was much lighter. Might have been like a padded chair. You know those like red padded chairs at MSG. You can see that bit picked up hill of the guy's back, and stuff like that. That was it. Maybe you'd see a grazing shot.
Yeah. DiBiase the back. Yeah.
Yep, that was it.
WrestleMania
4.
But
yeah. So. It was WrestleMania 4. Yeah, main event. And so that was it back then. Then ECW comes along. All right, we're going to hit each other for real. Who's the marks? And and
Dreamer. I hold Raven and Dreamer responsible because
chair shot heard around the world. That whole thing. Yep. And like you said, Balls Mahoney too, and Axel and Ian Rotten, and all the stupid shit those guys were doing back then just to try to get over.
Remember when Balls and Masato Tanaka had that series of matches? They always had that spot with the chair angle where Balls would crack him with the chair, and
he'd no-sell it. Yep.
And tell him to hit him again. And then they did it again when Masato and Balls were a tag team. Remember when they were going after the Dudleys? They did the same thing with the Dudleys hitting both of them with chairs and no selling it. And it was cool. When I was 18 years old, I thought it was fucking awesome. But I'm like, oh my God, this is insane. Yep. Masato Tanaka's still going too.
And then we get in the business, try to do it ourselves, and we're like, whoa, hang on.
What were we thinking?
This is not good. We're not going to do this again.
The John was no help. They'd be like, you hit him with that chair, man. I want you to fucking lay him out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, because that's the business too. It's like, don't fucking pussyfoot a shot because I got to sell it. And I don't want to sell a shit shot. So if you stiff it, I got no choice but to sell it. It's got to look good, right? So that's the hole that you dig yourself when you're trying to get over and you're just going to take punishment like that, going through tables and take chairs. You're just going to keep.
Chains, chains now have replaced chairs a lot.
Chains, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you see a lot of that now with the chains.
A lot of the chains, kendo sticks are a lot more often now, and ladders too, and the fucking apron bumps.
Yeah,
I am so sick of the apron bumps.
That's the one thing that's got to go away because that's going to be the next thing that's going to be doing a lot of damage.
Yeah. First guys I can consciously remember doing in WWE is fucking Sammy and Kevin. And so that's why
Cornette had problems with Sammy and Kevin.
Mm-hmm. Because they were doing that shit in Ring of Honor, and
sure,
just doing stupid shit. Stop doing that shit. And now everybody has to fucking do it. You see an NXT show; these do it all the time. NXT UK, probably AEW. A lot of stupid shit like that. Oh, it's ridiculous.
With the WrestleMania with Owens and Jericho, the finish. What Jericho pointed out to Kevin, that's if you're going to powerbomb me on the apron, that's the finish.
That's it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because Jericho's not stupid.
No.
Well, he is stupid. He's done some really dumb shit since, but
yes, he has. Yeah. But regardless, we digress. This match is crazy. So the Icon match is crazy. That's what we're discussing. That's the subject matter.
But and then when they did the spot when Foley falls off of the stands into the electrical circuit and knocked out the lights of that area for a little bit. And I remember watching Beyond the Mat, and then when we get to them chair shots, and and how they traumatize Mick's wife and kids so much they left ringside because it's like, okay, we can't take this.
Yep.
And Mick Foley's got a family, damn it.
But I got kids.
We had no idea.
I don't give a shit about your kids.
But your kids.
We had no idea the family was there until
the movie. Yeah.
Until the movie.
The movie, but also Beyond the WWE magazine, they had the picture of Kvlt and the two girls, Noel,
Dewey and Noel.
Yeah. Yep. They just had two at that point. But then walked to the back. It reminded me a little bit of when Bonnie Steamboat got up and walked to the back after Ricky got DDT'd on the floor for a shoot by Jake on that Saturday night's main event. Remember that? He was not supposed to, he was supposed to block it, and he didn't. Knocked him out, and Jake had to pick his lame ass up to get it back in the ring. And they cut to Bonnie. She looks all disgusted, gets up and walks in the back. But I'm sure she enjoyed it wholeheartedly, as Cornette would say.
Bonnie, from backstage, Bonnie's got her arms crossed.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like, what the fuck?
I told you, he said he was going to block it. He didn't block it. Not my fault. Well spoken, Jay.
But yeah, and then to get closer to the finish of the match, and Ricky in the chat brought up, not to mention, or actually no, it was J. William Reed saying if Ross called this match, he would have had an apologetic fit. But Michael Cole, I did like his call when he's like, "The Rock makes me sick." That was a good call. That was a good call. But it does make you think, especially when we watch Beyond the Man, you see JR backstage feeding lines to Michael.
Feeding lines. That's when he had the Bell's palsy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I like that call, especially when we get to the finish when Rock's just still laying it on him. And then brilliant endings to set up another match between these two. So Rock puts the mic down. I quit. We then find out the next night on Raw that the McMahons and The Rock used the voiceover from when Foley cut a promo on Sunday Night Heat when he said it in his cadence, and Foley pointed that out, and it's like, well, if you're not going to give me a title shot, I'll just take Rock's money and give it to people. And then leading the halftime heat the next week.
Yep, halftime heat, yep. Mm-hmm.
But fun finish with that when he pins him with a forklift.
Forklift. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Was really, but the dumbest thing, though, was the camera shot coming down on top of the... That was dumb. That was a little weird. That made no sense back then.
We brought the violence at Royal Rumble. Let's have a little fun this time.
Yeah, let's have a little fun.
It made no sense. Made no fucking sense.
Brought some really uncomfortable moments. Let's have fun.
Yeah.
Yep.
But in the end, The Rock defeated Mankind to become WWF champion for a second time in 21 minutes 47 seconds. Show's
in the tracksuit.
Cake and coffee for everybody.
And he's gone. So that's the show, ladies and gentlemen. That's Royal Rumble 1999. And wait, no, I thought there was another match on this show. Wasn't there?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We'll give you.
That's right.
People more, Your Majesty. All right.
I love that coffee and cake for everyone. That was good. That was way better than your fucking flop shit.
Punch and pie.
You know you miss it.
Punch and pie. No, I don't. Punch and pie. Yes.
Punch and pie.
But
you're so good. I'm gonna put you in my act. I'm gonna call the act Punch and Judy, and you're gonna be Judy.
Anyways, well, we've got to talk about it. It's time for the main event of Royal Rumble 1999, the 30-man Royal Rumble match. But before we get there, couple of things.
Before
that, couple of things. First, I was going to bring it up in the beginning. I wanted to wait until we got here. To the people out there who say that 2015 was the worst Rumble match ever,
no.
I present to you this. Because unlike 2015, or blah, blah, blah. Where am I going with this? Oh, yeah. Because unlike 2015, in 2015 you had wrestlers that mattered. Here... We'll get there, but I did like the promo package heading into this match, building up from what happened at Rock Bottom the month before when Austin beat Taker in the Buried Alive match just to get in here.
And that was his qualifier. Yep,
that was his qualifier match, was having to go through Taker in a Buried Alive match, and pulled it off, only to be given number 1. And then Vince is like, I'm hoping for number 2. Oh, it's number 30. Shawn Michaels, you're number 2.
Yes, you are.
And then building up their whole thing, and hell, this was the show where we get the debut of Vince's classic theme song. This was the first time we got it. So there you go.
This
But
is
all
No
the
Chance in Hell's debut?
Yep, this was the debut
Really?
of No Chance in Hell. Yep.
Oh.
Even though he didn't
And
use
Vince-
it in his entrance, it was after the match ended he used it.
Although we're trying to I want to weigh on some positive things. Vince is built like a prick shithouse in this match.
He
My
looks
God.
fantastic. He
That
does
is the
look fantastic.
first time, because you knew Vince was a musclehead, because you always saw him like in the days of primetime wrestling, he'd have the Zubaz on and those workout suits, and he always looked like, wow, he's actually pretty developed on there, but you never saw anything. This is the first time you see Vince in all his glory, and you're like, wasn't that guy a fucking commentator 10 years ago? What the fuck? What is it? What? Everyone, and oh my God, doesn't that get like a big shot in Beyond the Mat too? That's like one of the money shots of that fucking show too, that movie.
Another thing, here's another, if you want to call us a hot take, fine, but I'm not wrong. Vince is, in my opinion, the best non-wrestler of all time.
Neck and neck with Shane. Neck and neck with Shane.
You know what edges him out? Because he knows how to throw fucking punches.
That's true.
He's gonna do that. He was gonna say that. Yeah,
that's true.
Vince fell off shit. Vince fell off high shit once, broke his ass, didn't do it again. Shane jumps off shit because that's the only way he gets over.
Yeah. Vince can work. Vince knows how to bump. Vince knows how to sell. Vince knows how to...
Except for a stunner.
Yes. Except for a stunner.
Except for a stunner, yeah.
Where Shane flops like a javelin.
But Vince knows how
But I digress.
Yes.
But also, look at all the matches Vince has had, okay?
Yeah.
You can't deny. Him and Shane tore it up at Mania. Him and Hogan had a good one at Mania. Him and HBK had a good match. The Brett match, okay.
That was just a beatdown.
But then again, that was post-stroke Brett, so...
Yeah, it was just for the Hart family to get back over on Vince. You know, his apology for the screw job, basically. The Hell in the Cell match with DX. Just everything else. Yeah, Vince. So it's hard to argue with that. You know, I can't think of anybody off the top of my head to say a non-wrestler who's better than him.
Actually, no. Somebody did say to me in one of our groups. One guy said Stephen Amell, and I said, "Shut the fuck up."
Okay.
And the other guy said Andy Kaufman. And I'm like, the fuck are you getting that answer for?
Yeah, I wouldn't say that, no.
No.
Because Andy wasn't, Andy could wrestle. It was Lawler bumping him around and just slapping people. So, no.
Yeah. No.
But still, Andy Kaufman for the celebrity wing of the Hall of Fame, for fuck's sake.
Yes. Double that,
and
please.
Cyndi Lauper.
And Cyndi Lauper.
And once those two are in, I'm fine with the celebrity wing.
Yep.
But until you put them in...
And Lemmy. Yeah. And Lemmy needs to go in there, too. Mm-hmm. Fucking Ozzy's in there, for fuck's sake. Lemmy's not. Hello?
Right. Dave Wolf, too. Dave Wolf's got to go in with
Dave Wolf. Yeah, Dave Wolf should go with
Dick Ebersol.
Dick Ebersol.
And Rick Derringer for the most prolific wrestling theme music of all time.
Damn right. Dick Clark. Dick Clark should go in. He was part of the whole rock and wrestling convention. Regis. Mm-hmm. Not Kathy Lee. Not Kathy Lee.
No.
Regis.
Kathy Lee.
Just Regis.
Right, yes.
Yep. But anyway, so all the participants we have in this match in alphabetical order, we have Al Snow, Big Boss Man, Billy Gunn, Blue Meanie, Chyna, and notice they didn't make this into a fucking force down your throat deal like they do a lot of shit today, and it was good. WWE, stop forcing your dumb shit down our throats and just treat it like it's normal. Please. Take notes from what you did with Chyna, and it was brilliant. Anyways, but I digress. D'Lo Brown, Dan Severn, Draws, Edge, Gangrel, Gilbert.
Gilbert was great.
He was.
Godfather, Goldust, Golga, Jeff Jarrett, Kane, Ken Shamrock, Kurgan, Mabel out of nowhere, but we'll get to him in a bit. Mark Henry, Mr. McMahon, Owen Hart, Road Dogg, Steve Blackman, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Test, Tiger Ali Singh, Triple H, Val Venus, and X-Pac. So it's 1 and 2. It's Austin versus McMahon, and it's entertaining. And then Golga comes in and then gets eliminated by Austin, and then it leads to Vince sliding under the ring, and they both go into the crowd, only for Austin to get beat up in the ladies' room.
Fun fact, the runner-up of the 1991 Royal Rumble was number 3 and lasted less than a minute.
Earthquake, yeah.
15 seconds.
That's right, 15 seconds.
I told my son, the rest of these bitches about guys being held back and having, being screwed over. I'm like, you want to see something? And I showed him the Golga spot, and I'm like, that was Earthquake, dude. I said, that was the top in the company 10 years prior to this.
Yep. That's the guy who almost ended Hulkamania.
Yeah, that's the guy.
On the Brother Love show.
Killed Damien.
Yep. Killed Damien, yes. Yeah. Brought Lucifer to the ring.
This Rumble is segment. This is not a Royal Rumble, actually. This is Austin versus McMahon with a Royal Rumble.
With 28 run-ins.
And 20. Yeah,
that's essentially what this match is.
Yep.
Because following Golga, the rest of the entrants that come in numerical order, if I could speak English, that'd be dangerous.
You got it.
Draws, Edge, then Gilbert, and they just draw out his entrance and gets in. Edge toss him out and laughing like, really? Why did they give you this spot? Blackman, Severn, Tiger Ali Singh, Blue Meanie, and we talked about Meanie. Yeah, this was his only Royal Rumble appearance.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And I think he just came in just like a couple weeks before this.
Job squad member.
Really, really soon. But then Mabel, and then originally it was supposed to be Headbanger Mosh at 11, but then they show Mabel beating him up and taking his spot. And Mabel's in, and he eliminated 5 guys, only for the lights to go out, and in comes the Acolytes and Midian, leading to Undertaker turning him into Viscera. And huge pop for Taker.
Yep.
You can hear the disappointment of the crowd. He's not in the Rumble. He's
just
there.
He's just there.
We're going to accost the Giant.
We're going to kidnap Mabel and put him in a hearse and repackage him as Viscera.
He's there to be weird and do black magic.
So we can take Viagra and look at his freaking gigantic erection in the locker room. Ask Teddy Long. I'm not lying.
What?
Yes. Ask Teddy Long.
Oh,
Teddy Long used to sell Viagra in the fucking locker room, and he was asked by kayfabe commentaries who used to get it the most. He said, Viscera. He's like, Viscera would buy it? Yeah, because Viscera would take it and just sit in the locker room and just watch it.
Look at this thing go.
Look at this motherfucker right
here. I mean, I knew Teddy was...
Think about that and try to sleep tonight.
I know that Teddy was always accused of selling and buying Viagra for wrestlers, but Viscera? What the fuck?
Yep. Hey, dude, it takes a lot of blood to get stuff moving sometimes, and he's already got a lot of blood moving around his body anyway. Sometimes it needs to be refocused, you know? You're young, you don't understand this stuff, but,
No.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Viscera.
Well, now I need to vomit. Anyways, and I like how when Road Dogg comes out and they're still playing, and he's in the ring while they're still playing Taker's music, and Road Dogg's just standing there like, what the hell?
He's walking around, yeah.
Then we get Gangrel, Kurgan, Al Snow. So yeah, the first half entrance, mostly like tag or undercard guys. Second half, the entrants get a little bit better, but not by much.
Not much.
We get Goldust following. Cool. Godfather, cool. Kane, other than Austin and McMahon, this was like the first real big entrant of the match, was Kane, and came out to a big pop. Eliminated a few guys, only to eliminate himself when the white coats show up to take him back to the nut house. Then we get Shamrock and Billy Gunn back-to-back. Then Test, Bossman, Triple H, another big one right here. And Vince, by the time Shamrock's in the ring, Vince is back and he's doing commentary.
Yep.
But then after Triple H gets in, Austin returns to the arena in an ambulance. And I would like to make this point. If social media was around during that, fans probably would have destroyed that, because it's like, that's Super Cena before Super Cena was even a thing.
Super Stone Cold.
He gets beat up by everybody in the corporation. stretchered out, taken to the hospital, show up, drive an ambulance back, nothing wrong with him, and I'm going to beat everybody's ass.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because Stone Cold was untouchable at that point, just like Cena was.
But just imagine if this was like 5 years ago and they did that with Roman.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
my God, dude. Forget it. Oh, yeah. That's because Austin's McMahon's boy. That's why they want to put him over like that. He should go to AEW. What's AEW? You'll see.
But anyway, so
Austin should fucking go to New Japan and work with Naito. It'll be fucking awesome. 7-star match.
Following Triple H, we get Val Venus, X-Pac, Mark Henry, Jeff Jarrett, D'Lo Brown, Owen Hart, and number 30, Chyna. Chyna eliminates Mark Henry out of nowhere.
Yep.
To a
and
big
then
pop.
Austin.
And then Austin eliminates her to a big pop.
Yep.
Then Triple H snaps and goes after Austin.
Mm-hmm.
Triple H, Chyna wasn't in the corporation yet at that time.
No, she was still DX. She would go to the corporation the next night and turn heel the next night on Raw.
Oh, okay.
Yep, they did that promo in the back where, because remember, also in the stipulation of this match is the winner gets the shot at the champion and gets $100,000.
Whoever
to
eliminates
get
Austin
for eliminating Austin, right?
Austin.
So that's in there too.
And they had cheering everyone on. He's cheering Hunter.
Right.
He's cheering Triple H.
Come on, Hunter! Come on, get her! Yeah, watch them. Watch D'Lo now.
What happens if both Owen and D'Lo eliminate? Did they split the money? I don't care, pal.
That was the thing. That was the thing. Vince went into 1993-94 announcer mode.
Yes, he did.
He did. He really did.
Yep, he had the smooth voice and like that. But they'd had that promo where they were interviewing Road Dogg, and then Triple H was there, Chyna was there, X-Pac came back from the match, all talking about, no, I'm going to get the money, and it's going to be the last, it's going to go down to the best man is, or woman. So.
Yeah. But then the Final Four, weird Final Four. D'Lo Brown, Big Boss Man, Austin, and Vince.
Really?
Yeah. Couldn't have swapped out D'Lo for Owen.
That Austin and Vince was the focal point. Austin Vince was the focal point. We kind of knew it was revisit.
It was going to be those two.
Focal point! I'm the focal point!
I use that thanks to Loke's story from Balls. I use that all the time.
I'm the focal point!
Yep.
But yeah, and after D'Lo and Bossman out, it's down to the two that started, Austin and McMahon. And Austin just wants to make Vince suffer. Out comes The Rock.
The Rock.
Already dressed back up. And pulls Austin's arm, and Vince tosses Austin over the top rope. Vince McMahon wins the 1999 Royal Rumble, last eliminating Stone Cold in 56 minutes, 38 seconds in the worst Royal Rumble match of all time for the mere fact no one fucking mattered. Aside from Austin and McMahon. Like I said, at least with 2015, you had guys in the match that mattered. Here, Chyna? The first woman in Rumble match history? Who cares? Austin's beating the shit out of Triple H.
There was nobody saying, I'm going in and I'm eliminating all 29 men and I'm going to WrestleMania.
Nope, nobody said there was. Nobody's doing that.
All the buildup was towards Vince and Austin.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that made the main event was Steve Austin versus Vince McMahon with a Royal Rumble in between. Here's how it is. Picture it. Middle Earth, it's the last stand of men and elves going to Mount Doom to face Sauron and his orcs and his dark.
Fuck you talking about?
Lord of the Rings.
Stop! Cut his mic. Cut his fucking mic.
No, I want to hear.
We're not talking about Lord of the Rings while I'm here. Move on.
I did that on purpose.
I know you did. That's why I did that.
And that's why I was kind of hanging on, because I don't mind that stuff. Go on.
Lame ass bullshit. Moving on.
There's drop kicks in it. Stop.
Stop with the drop kicks, please. God. That's his selling point for me to watch these fucking crappy ass movies. A bunch of people walking to a fucking volcano. Here's the first movie.
There's a standing drop kick.
Here's the second movie. You waiting for the third movie?
And then the hobbits suck each other off.
Exactly. The fucking trees want in those movies. Go watch your Harry Potter bullshit.
That was a test. This is a test.
This is a test. Yeah, it's a test. You failed.
Oh my god.
No, it didn't. I got the reaction I knew I was going to get.
Oh, yeah. I know he's going with this. I'm just going to go with it. Fuck shit ass.
Oh my god.
And by the way, Dune's overrated. Okay, moving on.
Oh. Watch your mouth.
Always go back to the Dune. Dune is Diamond Head to Star Wars Metallica. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
They're not the same thing.
I'm not asking you, Levi. I'm asking Walter.
Oh. No, they're quite different, actually.
Wrong. They're not different. Say it again. Answer again.
No.
Say yes. Yes.
No.
Yes. Dune is an influence on Star Wars. Yes.
It was, but it's
Then Diamond Head was an influence on Metallica. Star Wars is more popular than Dune. That's a fact. Sorry. Don't get mad at me for spending facts. I didn't say I didn't like the movie. I'm just saying.
Dude, check it out. I'm what's his name from Cloud City?
Lobot.
Yeah.
Tremendous.
Hi, Michelle.
Yeah, she needs a drink now. Hi, babe.
Oh my god.
We're talking about Lord of the Rings on my. Oh, I don't think so.
So funny.
I know how to get in there.
I was listening to a shoot with Billy Gunn today, and they brought up Brawl for All for whatever reason because Mark Gunn. And he goes, everything I remember from that time, I didn't pay attention to the matches except when Mike was fighting. He's like, all I heard from fucking Undertaker was, Bear's gonna knock all your asses out. Bear's Godfather. Bear's gonna take, Bear's got this. Bear's gonna, Undertaker is Mark Calloway voice. None of you have a chance against Bear. None of you have a chance against Bear. And as Mark Gunn knocked out Godfather. And he says, all I remember is Mark getting up with his bag, taking his bag and fucking throwing it against the wall and walking out of the room. And then yelling at Godfather after he came to the grill.
Wow.
Saying, you made me look bad.
Damn. I went back and actually watched the Dark Side of the Ring All About the Brawl for All a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
I still need to watch that.
It's
Taker had heat with Godfather for a little while over. He was pissed off because he was putting him over to the locker room about how a bad motherfucker Bear is.
It's either on Tubi TV, which is free, or Pluto TV, which is free, or both. You will see the first 2 seasons of Dark Side of the Ring completely free.
Or you can still find them on YouTube as well. There are very good.
Yeah, Discovery Plus. And Discovery Plus.
Discovery Plus? Okay. Right, yeah. There you go. Yep. So, yeah, they're out there. The third season, as far as I know, is not there yet, but it will be eventually. So, but yeah.
I think Taker might have put some bets and lost money.
Ooh, more than likely. Lost some domino money.
I think he had some heat. I think he had Taker. He had heat with Taker because Taker put him over to the locker room how tough he is, and he got knocked out. So, and all it was Bradshaw get the shit beat out of him, which they got.
Yep. Yep, which we got, and fuck, man, all you do is call fucking Joey Styles.
Exactly.
That's all you needed.
Call up Joey Styles or Bart Gunn, and they'll take care of Bradshaw for you.
It also cost us a potentially great run between Steve Williams and Steve Williams. Often.
Yep.
Yeah.
You just wasted $5 million, asshole.
Yep.
Yep. But anyway, so
what the fuck were we talking about again?
Yeah, everything went off the rails once Walter brought up Lord of the Rings.
Well, it's Royal Rumble.
Thank you. We finished. Yeah, we finished the Rumble thing. We know what happened, and yeah. Jesus. It's one in the other room tonight. Wow. Go to bed.
No.
You have no idea. No idea. Anyway.
So Rumble 99 overall.
Yeah.
That's really all that needs to be said. So time for favorite, least favorite, sleeper, and shocker of the night.
And shocker.
This is going to be fucking easy for me. Favorite match,
Yeah.
the I Quit match. Least favorite, the Rumble match itself, because fuck this match for even happening. People want to say 2015's worse? I present you 1999. Ha ha ha. Sleeper, I'm going to give that to the IC title match. And then for shocker, though, okay, this one's going to be a bit tough. I guess the shocker for me would be...
Toothless when he was being annoyed by Hiccup.
Sorry. Joey says to throw in a How to Train Your Dragon spot in there. Those are better than Lord of the Rings, by the way. You're supposed to say, how do you know, Walt? Say thank you! Look who just came to this party!
I'm this whole life his music sucks and his movies suck. So it's just like,
no, they don't. They don't.
Not from you.
No, I never said that. I joke with you about Lord of the Rings stuff. It's all that stuff. I will say this right now. I will say this publicly. If I ever get 10,000 subs on YouTube, I will do reactions to all the Lord of the Rings movies.
Including the Hobbit movies?
No, fuck those movies. Those are stupid. They're bad. They're even worse because they're shot in 48, instead of 24 frames per second, they're 48 frames per second. That's why they look bad. But, yeah, I'll do the Lord of the Rings movies, the trilogy. I'll do those three.
Where are you at right now?
2,400.
Oh, we got
about a quarter of the way.
I gotta check with Jen and see if she's got you sub. By the way, I got my Christmas present for my mom. I'm sorry, bring up your Mandalorian shirt. I got like 4 or 5 Mandalorian shirts now.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm up to like that many now too.
Almost all of them are Grogu.
Walter.
Ah, nice.
Jen's already stealing them.
Right.
No.
Who's
she cannot get the formats of the podcast correctly.
You have too much going on, right? You walk in here, I'm in a different zone. Who's on it?
Walter and Levi.
It's just the
James couldn't be here tonight. He has family stuff.
It's just the three of you.
Yes.
All right. Well, prepare for a tweet.
Oh shit! Here comes Michelle.
Oh god. I look forward to reading about this.
Anyway,
so then for my this gave me time. This gave me time to think of my shocker. Shocker, Vince winning the match. There you go. So favorite, the I Quit match. Least favorite, Rumble match. Sleeper, IC title match. Shocker, Vince winning the Rumble. Scott.
Favorite match, I Quit match. Least favorite, actually, for me, is the women's strap match. I think that's really, really bad. And it's just the match is 4 minutes, 3 seconds. That's 20 minutes too long, in my opinion. Sleeper match, I'm going to give it to the Memphis Gaga of Road Dogg and Boss Man. I really enjoyed that match, minus it being a little too long. I still think it was a fun match. And shocker for me is when Mankind falls off the thing and lands on the electrical boot. So, because shock. Just jealous I thought of it first. So.
Well, I was trying to do this Stewie sarcastic laugh, too. You cheeky bastard.
What happened to my roast pheasant, Walter?
Unanimous favorite match is the I Quit match. Least favorite, I'm going with the women's match too. It wasn't the best. It was one of the worst Rumbles of all time, but it was because imagine being there live. Because here's the thing, though, the crowd was red hot for all of it.
That's true.
For when Austin was involved, but they also did things when Austin and McMahon took a break to get the crowd, like Kane coming out and killing everybody. That was the beginning of Kane's dominance in the Royal Rumble. It was very short. He threw 4 guys out, and then the Rick Bassman UPW guys came running out dressed up as.
That's right. Fuck, that's right. I was trying to figure out who that was. I fucking forgot that. You're right. Yes.
Mike and all those other guys come running out.
Yep.
They all get beat up.
It was California. Duh.
Kane eliminates himself. until the big massacre that comes the following year and the year after that.
Mhm.
And then well, I call it the massacre of 2001. Sorry, 2001 is when he was really fucking a murderer. But anyways, least favorite match was the women's match. Sleeper, I'm going with the Road Dogg and Boss Man. I mean, it wasn't, it was an eye opener. That's what it was. It got the crowd warmed up.
Yep.
Shocker. I'm going to go with what Levi said. Vince winning the Rumble, because when I saw that, I didn't expect Vince to win. I thought Austin was going to beat the shit out of him and win the Rumble to go to Mania.
Mm.
But also the important thing of the Rumble was the segue. It was the prelude to WrestleMania, and that's what made it important. So it was the next chapter.
So at the time, it was not considered a bad show or a bad Rumble. It just has not aged well.
No.
Yeah.
Because it was more in the bubble of what was happening on television at that time, instead of something that could be enjoyed for years and years, like some of maybe the earlier Rumbles could, or even like the Rumble from 2020, could still be considered like something you can enjoy years later.
Right. Well, the point of that Rumble was to push an angle forward, which is Austin versus McMahon.
Right.
Whereas most Rumbles most Rumbles are there to set up WrestleMania, not just the main event, but everything else in between it. It was basically where anything can happen, the big surprises and stuff. The purpose of this Rumble, again with the very small supporting cast, was just like I said, to get the angle further with Austin and McMahon, and that in a way I guess it did kind of hurt it. It helped the story for Austin McMahon push forward, but it just wasn't.
But it sacrificed a Rumble match for it.
Nobody else benefited from it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. And not to mention, there were only like 2 or 3 other big name guys at this point in there. Triple H, Kane, and Owen.
And Undertaker, was he injured? I think that's why he probably wasn't in. I think, was he hurt? Or was he just like not in? Maybe he was not in it because maybe his involvement would have threw off the plans they had for the evening.
Probably. He would have been, let's say, too big of a star to be in this Rumble.
Yeah, I'm not going to be in that Rumble tonight, Vince. I'm sorry. Yeah, I put Steve over back in August. I can't go.
Vince, I can't be in the Rumble. I have a sick horse at home named Terry.
Oh boy.
Hey Terry.
I'm not going to be in it.
Hey Terry, I used your excuse. What the hell did McMahon say to that? He called me a jackass? No, an asshole. Oh, that's hilarious.
I can see Taker.
Can somebody clip that right now?
I can see Taker used to be in the Rumble, and I can see Bruce going to Pritchard. I can see Pritchard going to Paul Bearer, trying to convince him. Hey, Paul, can you talk? Can you talk to Mark? All right, he's going to make us change everything. I did talk to him, and I'm in agreement with him. It's he's not putting anybody over. You do it. If it's about putting Austin over, he's got a thing. You're going to make him look weak. Yeah, but Paul, we gotta get this. We gotta get Austin over. I need Mark's help.
God, Levi's having a conniption over there. God damn, he's losing it. He can't take no more. I find all I can't stand no more. Breathe, kid. Breathe.
Cheer up, will ya? I almost choked on water. I almost did a spit take. It almost came out of my nose. What more? What do you want from me?
Cornette, Russo. He won't do it. Michael, you have any other ideas? Well, I don't know there, Bruce. I mean, Bro, we need Taker in the match. And then Cornette like, you fucking idiots, listen to him. He's making a point.
God damn.
Taker needs to stay strong, so don't fucking put him in the match. Give him something else to do. I'll figure it out.
Let's have him.
Or I'll figure it out. Stacey Cornette comes up with Viscera. There you go.
Oh my god.
Sin comes out.
Hey, that's great. Hey, I got this idea.
Oh my god.
And he tells Undertaker and tells Pritchard, and Mark goes, hey, at least I don't have to be in the match. It gives me something to do. I'll do it. It's a free night. Thanks, Corny. Bro, we need to get Corny, bro, what are you doing? You just took the Undertaker out of the Royal Rumble, bro.
Fucking shows what I'm doing, motherfucker!
Well, why don't you finally fucking explain what the fuck we're doing with the Patriot? Oh, wait, motherfucker's not here anymore.
T-shirt spot! T-shirt spot! T-shirt spot!
Jim, I find you tiresome.
Yeah, Jim. I find you tiresome.
You know what I'm
tired of looking at
of,
buggy
motherfucker,
fucking
them
teeth of
buggy
your
beaver fucking
motherfucker.
teeth. I'm so.
So what else happened this week in the world of wrestling?
I'm done already.
Can't be done. It's only 9:22 for God's sake. We still got like another 2 hours. We got another 2 hours to go.
Sean Spears did his best SD Jones impression on.
Oh yes. 9 seconds with Punk.
Actually, no. SD Jones lasted longer than Sean Spears did.
Yep.
Used better.
Yes.
AEW fans. That's your idea of used better.
That's your idea of used better. Good. And Cody, my boy. I had no idea AEW was not in the business of changing names. Ask Alistair Malachi Black. Ask Neville. Pac.
Ask Dean or John Moxley.
John Moxley. Ask Ty Dillon. Sean Spears.
Ask the Revival.
FTR. Yeah, dude, lighten up, will you?
Actually, no. I think Serena is the only one who I think has only kept her, and Cody are the only ones who have kept their WWE names.
I think so.
Well, CM Punk, but he owned.
Well, yeah. Irregardless.
And they're using Sting so much better. All right. Well, here's the thing. I don't think Sting's thing was that bad. Not merely. I think. All right. Sting had what, 2 or 3 matches. He had the match with Triple H. It was not a good match. Okay.
I thought it was a great match.
A lot of run-ins.
I just wish Sting would have won.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only mistake.
Sting had some ring rust. It was showing. And then there was the match with Hunter, and shit happens, okay? Sting wants, and that's the thing, Tony Khan will let Sting do what he wants. Tony Khan will not tell Sting, no, you can't dive off the platforms and all that. All right, so 63-year-old Sting is diving through tables and stuff. He's gonna get hurt, all right? Yes, when he's in there with guys like FTR and Sean Spears, I will give Sean Spears that credit. Guys who know how to work, guys who know how to take care of him and protect him and keep him safe. But if you put him in there with the Young Bucks, you put him in there with Luchasaurus, you put him in there with Sammy Guevara, you're creating a health risk. Guys who are sloppy, guys who are relatively unsafe, okay? As much as I hate to say it, as much as I love him, you put him in there with Adam Cole. Adam, I'm not saying Adam's unsafe, but Sting's gonna want to do flippity floppity shit with Adam Cole. Sting is gonna want to take that stupid tequila or Panama Sunrise that Adam Cole does.
Yep.
I hate that move. It's unsafe. I don't know how safe it is, but it looks really fake. I hate it. Sting is gonna get hurt, and then you guys are all gonna be like, oh shit, well, you know. But yeah, everyone hated Seth Rollins for injuring Sting, but you really think Seth Rollins is proud of that moment? You really think Seth Rollins?
No.
Hell, he
Seth Rollins
ran to the ambulance to fucking apologize profusely.
Yeah. And it wasn't really a blown spot. It was a case of shit.
It was an accident.
Yeah. Same thing with Balor the year later at SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
And even when Seth popped his knee against Kane.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing, just an accident. Body gives out sometimes. Don't I know it?
We got a Royal Rumble next week.
Yes, we do.
Yep. Next Saturday night.
Are we recording Sunday?
Sunday afternoon. We're going to finalize the time here, and we'll have to see we don't know if Levi's going to be away or not, so I might be recording, but I hope I'll be able to stream, because I tried 3 times to stream tonight. I couldn't get it to work.
Well,
it just kept being going.
We got the Royal Rumble coming up, and I think we got the main card all set and ready to go, and of course we got the not all 30 contestants are announced, but that's fine. You know, they never do announce all 30 anymore, because I think but there's also a lot of tease of surprises coming in.
Yep.
My thing with surprises, here's the thing: there's no AEW guys are coming in. Bryan Danielson will be there. He did say he'll be there,
but
that's because Brie is wrestling and someone's got to watch the baby,
right?
Or baby, excuse me.
Yep.
So Brian, I think Brian did comment somewhere that he says he is going to be around that. He might not be in the building, but he will be in the area for the Royal Rumble. I would imagine he'll be backstage and saying hi. His family and his friends are all still there, and I'm pretty sure he'll be there.
His stepfather-in-law works there. Okay, people. He's kind of in charge of in the office. I think he'll be there.
Surprises. My number one pick is going to be Zack Ryder. I think he is a very good potential to be a surprise entrant. I'm also hearing, you know what? After what happened on SmackDown, I wouldn't be surprised if Jeff Jarrett showed up.
Yeah, he was there. He was there on SmackDown.
Yep.
So he might show up. Rumors are abound that because he's been cleared, Corey Graves might jump into the Rumble. Yeah. He might pull a Lawler.
That would be smart.
Yep. Might pull a Lawler and go in there.
Somebody put a fake Royal Rumble leak on there. Somebody tried leaking the Royal Rumble. It was a fake, obviously. Well, there was two of them. One I shared on social media. It was hilarious. Veer debuts in the Royal Rumble and eliminates everybody. No, but somebody did post a leak, quote unquote, and we know it's bullshit, but I looked over it and I'm like, this is not half bad. What he had was Sammy and Kevin as number 1 and number 2, and Johnny Knoxville as number 3. And Johnny Knoxville eliminates Sammy, and Kevin Owens throws out Johnny Knoxville. But his surprises that he had there, and you think about it, some of they kind of make sense. Santino's been doing stuff with WWE right now. He's been doing some of the interview segments and stuff in some of the documentaries, so it wouldn't surprise me. Maybe, but I doubt it. Del Rio, the guy also had Del Rio listed.
Yeah, I don't see that happening. Yeah.
And Moose.
I heard about that. I've heard about that for a few weeks now.
Moose.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Because of the Mickey thing.
How big of a pop are you going to get if it is Moose?
But you know what I just thought of actually, which would make perfect sense if Mickey's going to be in there in the Women's Rumble. Nick Aldis, her husband.
Yes.
That would make perfect sense. NWA, they ain't doing nothing major these days. Why the fuck not? He's not champion anymore, I don't think.
He's still in NWA, I think.
He's still NWA, but he's not champion anymore. He dropped it to Trevor Murdoch some time ago there. As far as I know,
right.
So.
Well, here's the one thing fake booking that intrigued me. Number 30 was Drew Gulak, but it says interference Roman Reigns. Roman loses to Rollins and puts himself in the Rumble. But Roman doesn't win. Roman doesn't win. He actually has AJ winning and Riddle being the runner-up. Riddle throws out Orton and Roman. And I looked at it, well, this is not a half bad idea for a Rumble. I don't think it's going to happen, but
no, it's not a bad idea.
Roman loses to Seth and enters himself in the Rumble, so he can get to Brock. Then we're on to something there.
Yeah.
Moose. The only thing that indicated Moose is Moose calling out Roman Reigns on social media, but also he's an Impact guy. So, which means if Mickie James is involved with Impact and they're bringing her in, that's why Ryder is with Impact, or Cardona, excuse me. So it wouldn't surprise me to see Matt Cardona. Like a guitar type, he's going to go to the because right now, hopping his volume. This is he's always going out and all that. His promos are going to be a lot. His work is pretty solid. Upping his value, he's becoming pretty well known and popular. And that's been so. That's a bad thing. He is homegrown talent, whether they want to admit it or not. He is. And he's marketable, so I can see them eventually bringing him back in the same way they brought him back into the.
I wonder if we're going to get what NXT guys we're going to see get in there. Ciampa, Dunn. Yeah, Braun Breaker. Yeah, maybe. I mean, Gunther could make the appearance. Almost called him Walter. Gunther could make an appearance. Why not?
Ryder comes in, I have to throw out about 5 guys.
Yep, make them in one night.
Yeah.
If you want to give credibility to your third brand, let them eliminate some top brand guys.
Yeah.
That's how you used to do it. Nothing wrong with that. By the way, check out Michelle's tweet. It's very nice.
Oh boy. To Twitter I go.
I'll have to do it when we get off.
That's fine.
I'm missing my phone.
Yep.
That's funny.
You'll see. Yeah, you'll see. It's nothing bad. It's funny. It's funny.
I know it's not bad. Nobody's doing my TikTok videos, though. Kind of sad.
But I guess to kind of go ahead and do quick fire predictions for at least the non-Rumble matches.
Mm-hmm.
For the mixed tag with Edge, Beth versus Miz and Maurice, I say Edge and Beth wins.
Edge and Beth, obviously.
The Raw Women's Title match, Becky Doudrop, Becky.
Yeah.
Actually, they could do something against Miz and Maurice. Because Edge beat Miz at the last show. And maybe it's a good to make the second part of the story. Where Miz, because they're building up Edge and like Miz and Maurice just get they have a fucking shot.
Yeah.
Okay? So something could happen that could build up between Edge and Miz, some sort of stipulation.
Yeah, something could come out of it, so we'll see. I'm not married to either one of them. Going over right now. We'll see what happens.
In a perfect world, though, I would have had WrestleMania and Christian versus Miz and Maurice.
Yep. Yeah. Becky and Doudrop. Becky's going to keep it. I still think Liv is going to win the Women's Rumble to challenge Becky at WrestleMania.
For
what's the
Men's Rumble?
Men's Rumble. It's rough. It's tough. I still think that there's going to be some kind of Brock Roman involvement. Just to set up their match at WrestleMania. It's because
I think Roman might enter himself in the Rumble if he loses to Seth.
Which I don't think he will, though.
I don't think he's going to lose. That's the thing. It's like, I think, the way I pictured it was a couple weeks ago, we've got Brock versus Bobby, and I don't see Bobby beating Brock because Brock put him over at Survivor Series, wasn't it? When he got him in the lock and all, or what was it? What was that pay-per-view or day one? Sorry, day one.
He speared him.
Yeah, he speared him and he got him in the lock and he got him down. So that's putting Bobby over there. So I think Brock's going to get the win, keep the title, and then Brock's going to enter himself in the Rumble, take somebody's spot, which they don't do anymore. So what if the 30th guy walking to the ring is Brock or somebody else that Brock Roman take out and take their spot, and they get in there, clean house, win it, so they can challenge the other champion for title at WrestleMania.
Unify the titles
and unify the shit.
Women's Elimination Chamber, which is going to be in
Saudi Arabia. That's pointless now. It's I guess that'll name the challenger for the other title. But if we're going to have title versus title, what's the point of having the match?
Yeah.
Check your phone, Walt, because its volume's really
we can't
weird.
really
can't make it out.
Weird.
Yeah, just check the microphone. Make sure it's not being cuffed there. Yeah. Yep. Right now, you sound like the one of the droids at Jabba's palace. He's going to come back.
But if they don't go down the direction of Brock Roman at Mania, then who the fuck else? I would have said Drew, but he's out.
Me too.
But he's out with the neck injury.
Yep. I don't really see anybody else that's on the cusp of breaking out that the audience is really behind these days. Now granted, I don't get to see the show every week, so I can't say. Walt would know the names better than I could. But
know the names to what?
Okay, good. You sound great. Sound much better. You're back to normal. So we can't think of anybody else that would win the men's rumble besides Drew, who's not in it because he's injured. I think so, yeah. So if Brock Roman thing doesn't happen, I can't think of anybody else on either show that's like really getting over with the audience that they want to see get the shot. So and you watch the Big E get the win again, okay?
Maybe AJ.
AJ's another possibility. I'd say Orton, but
doesn't need it.
Would they really give him a third Rumble win though?
Yeah, no. I don't think so. Austin's already got that. I don't think they want to break that.
No.
And I don't think Big E needs to win it. No. He had his run. Maybe there'll be another run down the line, but I don't think it's his time right now. And I don't think AJ needs to win either. So there's really Cody.
The news about Cody not working with a contract, which by the way was not brought up at all in his promo. But yeah, when the word got around that Cody was working without a contract, I was like, "Oh, Cody's going to be in the Rumble."
Yeah, but he's wrestling without a contract. He's still like an employee of AEW, isn't he? Yeah, he's still an EVP or whatever the hell they call themselves. Yeah. Stay ahead of the law. But I don't know of anybody else that's over right now besides like a Big E.
And not to mention, only half the field has been announced. 15 out of 30.
Yeah, which is that's by design to keep you guessing.
There could still be some big names that will get announced because hell, we still got Raw and SmackDown this upcoming week to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
I know it would not happen, but with all this Forbidden Tour stuff talking, because with AEW, because AEW is involved, it would never happen. But imagine during Roman and Rollins, Moxley just comes out and beats the fuck out of him.
Oh my god,
that would be amazing.
That would be amazing. That would be amazing.
Get out of both of them and walks out.
That would be a what the fuck moment of all time. Yes. Oh my god, that'd be crazy.
Beats the shit out of both of them, takes Roman's belt, throws it in the ring, and says, "Go ahead. Whoever gets up first wins." Yep.
Mm-hmm.
The fucking place would go off the roof. Off the roof.
I would love to see. I'd love to see him beat the fuck out of both guys. Grab the micro and saying, "What? You forgot my number?" Walk off. Some stupid shit like that. Love you guys.
Disappears. Nothing. And Seth manages to recover first and try to pin, and we got a near fall.
Yep.
So but like a holy shit moment. John Mox just showed up and just beat the fuck out of him.
The more the more you're saying it, the more I feel like it's going to happen. Actually, the more I feel like it actually could happen.
Beats the shit out of Seth first because him and Seth have a rivalry.
Right.
Gets up.
Because honestly, given
Roman's like, and then he hits him with the fucking Zack Ryder DDT.
Yep.
Place.
And I was gonna say I wouldn't be shocked if somehow that would happen because I bet you Mox himself, John, the man, is probably thinking, why am I wasting my time down here now? It was Vince who paid for my rehab. I owe him everything.
That was not confirmed. That was just internet rumor.
Yeah,
either or be like, I'm gonna go and be with my buddies again and actually do something again. Because let's be real, has Moxley even done anything in AEW since dropping the belt?
No, after he lost
not that I can think of. Other than wasting his time with fucking Eddie Kingston.
He did the shitty death match, which from what I heard he was really pissed off about. Like really pissed off.
Oh yeah, it was legit.
Fucking furious.
Pissed off about that, yeah.
Like kicking shit and throwing shit backstage. He was so mad.
Yep.
Then he did they put him on the they were building him upward. I thought they were gonna do something again where he beat they put him in that tournament and he legit beat the fuck out of negative or not negative one. That's Brody's son. Number 10 from the Dark Water, and he also beat the living pants out of another guy in the tournament. I can't remember who it was. Like beating them in a minute. And then after that he got pulled and put into rehab. So no, I really can't think of him and Eddie Kingston went after the Bucks, and that was about it. He really hasn't done much of anything. He did after he beat he made his return on Rampage last night. He beat who did he beat? Oh, Ethan Page. He beat Ethan Page. And then as he made his way out, Danielson came out and went, "Hey!" I guess they're building to that. So, well, they got to give them both something to do because they killed off Danielson's momentum also.
Yep.
So
it's the AEWA, it seems.
Yep.
But still trying to think of anybody else in the men's rumble. Like Ricky, I don't know, Ricky, if you're still here, if this was a joke. Austin Theory.
Well, they're pushing Austin a lot.
They are pushing
but
him.
Not to that level, I don't think. I mean, if he did, that'd be strapping the fucking rocket ship on him. So
yeah, I mean, like I said, I'd say
he beat Finn Balor clean,
Yep.
which pissed the internet off too.
Of course.
They've been burying Finn Balor since day one.
Mm-hmm.
But yet we want someone new to get a chance.
Finn Balor had two amazing, for some fucking reason, NXT doesn't count, it seems, okay?
No, apparently.
Finn Balor had two amazing runs in NXT. Fucking top guy, great fucking matches in both runs.
And got the rocket strapped to him when he came in the main roster, got the Universal title. It just sucks he got hurt.
His first main roster match.
Yep.
When they put him in the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
He beat Roman Reigns in the first round. He also pinned AJ. I think he's pinned Cena too. Trying to think who else. He's beaten pretty much all of
beat Rollins.
He beat Lashley. He beat Rollins. He
had a fucking great match with Brock. Where you thought for a second he was going to be Brock.
He was going to get him.
You felt that. So I was like, you can't get much higher than that.
Great match with AJ where he had AJ he had
TLC 2017. Yeah.
Yes.
He had to fill
when
in
Bray
for,
got sick. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, when Bray and Roman both got sick.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And he and then he went back to NXT. Fucking amazing matches with Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole. He also has great matches with Samoa Joe. He's not had a bad run. He's been a top tier guy since he got there. Okay, it seems like anyone who doesn't win 5 world titles and main events WrestleMania 3 times has a bad run.
Yep.
You get used properly. Tony Khan is the money mark who has the opportunity. He's the smart mark fan with money who's has the capital who thinks he can do better. And that's what he's doing. So, I'm going to show you guys how to use them better. And now he's got a bloated roster. He hoarded up all these guys and he can't fucking put them all on TV.
Mm-hmm.
What has Adam Cole done that's been so significant since we got there in September?
Taking a lot of kisses.
Yeah,
that's it. Adam Cole on a pole match. It's coming.
Aside from the match with Cody, where he looked amazing, it was a great debut where he fucking kills Cody with a minute. What is Malachi? Now Malachi Black's in the tag team.
Mm-hmm.
Cool sounding tag team. Was it the
something's of the Black Throne? Knights of the Black Throne. Something's it. Sounds like a cool
Kings of the Black Throne.
That's a cool black metal band name.
And they looked really strong in their debut. They fucking murdered Pillman Jr. By the way, Pillman Jr. is in his 4th career of his career. When Pillman Sr. was in his 4th year of his career, he was main eventing house shows with the Nature Boy. Pillman Jr. is being used for cannon fodder against Malachi Black and Brody King.
Yep.
But that's the thing. Why are we throwing Malachi Black into a tag team now when there's still so much more we can do with him in the singles aspect?
Mm-hmm.
I know him and Brody King are a tag team on the Indies. So, but yeah, they have a.
Sometimes you just got to say, "What the fuck?
Exactly.
What the fuck, Walt?"
What the fuck? The women's division is kind of a mess. They did put Jade Cargill. They put the belt on her, which honestly I think was the better move to do. As much as I like Ruby Riott, reason being is Jade Cargill, even though she's very green, she's marketable. I mean, look at her. Mm-hmm. She looks like $1 million.
You made the analogy about who you would see on ESPN talking basketball. Her Ruby Riott, it'll be her. So, and crossover appeal. Crossover appeal, if you will.
When you're on a major network like that, you have to put that into consideration.
Right.
So Jade Cargill looks like $1 million. You know, she's green, she's a little sloppy, but if they book her against girls like Serena Deeb, Hikaru Shida, if they bring in Ember Moon and Mia Yim, those are girls that she can work with that can help her get elevated and get better.
Mm-hmm.
But no, they're putting her in there with girls that are green as well, like Anna Jay and Ty Conti. Ty Conti's still green.
Yep.
Green as goose shit.
Greater than a leprechaun's dick.
Yes. Meanwhile, NXT, they got. I'm wondering, are Ciampa and Dunn going to get moved up to the main roster? LA Knight and Roderick Strong worked the dark match for SmackDown last night.
Yeah, LA Knight's all of a sudden like getting a big push in NXT. It looks like he's getting a lot of TV time lately, a lot more exposure.
LA Knight's a guy that I think would blend in well with the main roster.
He would definitely. He's got the look. He could work. He could promo. He's got it all. Yeah, he's got all those factors to it.
That guy could fit in any era.
Mm-hmm.
He's a road dog. He knows how to control the crowd. He knows how to get
the gravy train.
Yeah, let me talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when he was on NWA Power and Impact. I'm like, this guy's got it. This guy's
fucking he's got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Same with Cameron Grimes. Cameron Grimes can be a good underdog type character.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see him as a world champion. No, whatsoever.
Well, okay, here you go. Put Cameron Grimes in a program with Sami Zayn.
Oh my God, that'd be perfect.
That'd be so much fun.
Oh, because you know what I would do Tuesday? I'd put Cameron Grimes. I'd have Cameron Grimes put him. I'd have put him in a match. I'm trying to think who he's feuding with right now. I can't remember.
I remember he was in that segment. Oh, he was in that segment where somebody was trying to do the burial of Pete Dunne. Who was that? Was that the Italian?
D'Angelo.
Tony D'Angelo. Yep. So
put him in a match and have. I know Regal's gone, unfortunately, but winner goes to the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Cameron Grimes wins. He's in the Rumble.
Yep. Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Put him in there and give him a good 15, 20 minutes in there.
That's another thing. There's a little crossover right there. Why don't they have something like that in NXT? Have a 4-man match or some kind of 6-man tag, whatever it is, and the winner of the match gets a spot in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
You know?
They did that, though. They that's how they put Bo Dallas in the Rumble, but nobody cares.
Yeah, and when was that? 8 years ago? So, fuck, yeah.
I remember they did that. Bo Dallas got to be in the Rumble and nobody cared.
Yeah.
That was before the Bo Leave thing. That was when he was a babyface.
That's what he was like. He was going to feud with like Bradshaw or something.
Yeah, he was a babyface over there.
Levi hangs his head in shame.
All you got to do is Bo Leave. Cameron Grimes would be a good underdog. Somebody that, Cameron Grimes and Sami Zayn would be a super fucking entertaining. Good mid-card program right there.
Yep.
Super entertaining.
That'd be fun.
Yep. Oh, here's some fantasy booking for you, Scott. In a continuation of our Seth Rollins, Kenny Omega bromance.
Yes. Yes.
They decide to put on a fashion show for Raw. And they hype it for a couple of weeks. And they talk about how they're going to have their friends Nick and Matt show up and all that. And they're about to do the fashion show, and Riddle and Orton come and ruin it.
Oh, God. Oh, boy.
Riddle wants to get on it. Riddle's like,
yes.
No, I'm all about fashion. No, get out of here. You have no sense of taste.
Oh my God!
And Becky sneaks up from behind with the cup of coffee. Seth, what the fuck are you doing in here with this bastard?
Get my arse! Get your arse out of here! Take care of the baby for once.
Rollins cracks me up. Rollins just.
Oh yeah, he's so fucking good these days. Yeah,
even though he still laughs like a possessed mechanical circus clown.
Yep.
The Kenny Omega Seth Rollins fashion.
It's fantastic. Love it. Book it.
They'd be like, "Hey Seth,
get that shit." He becomes your son. He becomes your son.
They play a video game live in
Seth.
the ring, and you have the game on the fucking Titantron. And then Becky shows up with the cup of coffee going, I have to change the baby again?
Like, Seth and Kenny go to Becky about the fashion show, like two kids. Oh, can we do it, please? I don't care. Go. Do what you gotta do.
Do what you want. You're grown men.
Seth and Kenny are going to be like the movie Step Brothers. That's how it is.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Step Brothers. So many
Brilliant.
activities.
Fucking Seth plays with Kenny.
Oh, see him in the bunk beds.
And then they collapse. Oh
They
no! There's blood everywhere.
Oh, geez.
Or Seth's playing Kenny's drums, and then they fight in the front yard. I teabag your fucking drums, Kenny.
Okay.
I'm gonna rub my balls in your wife's face.
Okay. Seth's in the bottom bunk. Kenny's in the top bunk. They're both sleeping, and then you got this shot on Seth, and when he sleeps, he smiles. Then you hear this ruckus above him. You cut to Kenny, and he's doing spots in his sleep. So then Seth is like, dun, 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 dun. And Kenny, what? Dude, you're working in your sleep again. No, I wasn't. Yeah, you were. No, I wasn't. Dude, I told you to do that. You're going to break the bed. Dude, this bed was made by one of the greatest men of all time. He made
me.
Just go back to sleep. And then, boom, then it breaks.
Oh no, Seth, no.
And then Seth is on the floor, sleeping. Now, Seth is on the floor because he knew it was going to happen. He slips on the floor and he's sleeping there.
Oh my.
Then Becky walks in with the coffee and the baby, and Kenny looks, because she looks at the broken bed, sees Seth sleeping on the floor, and Kenny does the fade to black.
I got nothing. Becky loses her title because of the two idiots.
Actually, no. This is the last shot. Kenny sees Becky walk in. Fade to black. Fade to black.
Oh my god.
What Becky always shuts down is, can Nick and Matt come over to hang out? Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
I do not trust those motherfuckers.
Nick and Matt do come over. It's Matt Stryker and Nick Nemeth.
Well, you guys said you wanted Nick and
Matt
to show up, so I brought Nick and Matt. Not that. It's not that Nick and Matt.
Mm-hmm.
She slams the door, and as Ryder slams, a hand with tassels coming down comes out. No bucks allowed.
No bucks allowed. The buck stops here.
Seth, there's a buck outside. Oh, they're here. Kenny, wake up. Nick and Matt are here. It's really just a deer outside.
It's a buck. There you go.
Oh my god.
It's a dollar bill on the ground. Some buck stops here.
I found a buck. Why did they come running down the stairs? Where's Nick and Matt? Are they okay? And then finally, that's the thing. If the Bucks do sign, and then they finally show up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a big entrance too. Are you kidding me?
God!
What did you guys do? Becky, remember that time when I said me and Kenny were going to the mall?
Are you kidding me? Did you see that? That's a veteran move right there.
That's a veteran move right there. Vintage organ sorting. Sorry.
Seth, how did you sign those two? Remember when I said Kenny and I were going to the mall to buy you a birthday gift?
Yeah.
We had to make a stop somewhere.
Oh my god.
And on that note.
Yeah, I can't think of a better way to wrap things
up.
So it's plug time. First, I'm going to do James's shtick. So you can find James on YouTube. We Are Pro Wrestling. You can find him on Twitter at APW_wrestling.
Yes.
Scott.
Find him on Twitter. Yes, find me on my YouTube channel when it wants to fucking work. I tried to stream 3 times tonight and it kept freezing up, so I'll figure that out hopefully for next week too. But find me on YouTube, subscribe to me there. Find me on Twitch. I'm very close to 100 followers on there. Very, very close. I've been having fun jamming out on there, having some good times. What was I playing the other night? I was playing Blue Suede Shoes from Elvis, for God's sake. I was playing that. Playing some cool Toto songs and all kinds of fun stuff. I did play Hold the Line. That's a fucking easy, fun song, too. It's a fun, easy song. Yeah, played Photograph from Def Leppard, too, because it was the 30th anniversary of Pyromania.
Nice.
So had a good time jamming out on there. Stop on by and hang out with you on Twitch. And I have a Patreon, patreon.com/it's Mr. Scott. If you want to have a direct say in what I react to, check out the Patreon, sign up at the Booker or Promoter level, and you get that benefit. And you've also find me and Walter on another podcast.
You can find me, Mr. Scott, our good friend Token Tom Clark, our other good friend Skip Novak, and our other good friend Sergeant Fury Dan Roberts for the Necrocasticon, where we talk about the latest and greatest in horror and metal and more. And you can find me on Twitter at Your Wall Ball. I'm going to start plugging the Twitter account again.
Do it, man.
And you can find me on TikTok, but I forgot my TikTok handle.
Find his TikTok. He makes good shit. I loved your Kiss stuff. I thought they were great. My favorite part. Easy cat man there. See it. I think I got guns. Roar. TikTok is way better than mine. I have no fucking clue what I'm doing, so it's better than mine. Yep, see, there they are. There's the Kiss figures. Prominently displayed on his TikTok.
Welcome to my rock and roll party!
And he freezes. That was good. Levi.
Anyways, you can sub to me on YouTube, ThrashManiac99. I'm almost to 3,300 subs. In fact, right after this episode is done, I'll be uploading my next album review, which will be, what the fuck are you doing?
Windmills.
The Seth Rollins thing.
He's listening to some hardcore shit.
Wait. I'm Rusev going in a ride!
Rusev. American males! We got the clap.
My God.
My favorite American males moment was when they were wrestling the Faces of Fear. I'll be quick with this. They're wrestling the Faces of Fear, and they did their clap, and they go back to back like this, and Mega Barbarian just boot them both in the face.
I
gotta find that match.
Yes.
Okay. But as I was saying, so right after this episode goes off the air, I will be uploading my next album review, which will be for the new Druid Lord album. So if you like gross sounding death doom from Florida, there you go.
There you go.
So that's that. I also am planning on doing a review for Sonata Arctica tomorrow, and then my next episode of Under the Radar, where I talk about the other albums that came out this weekend. There was a lot of them too, so yeah. And my latest video where I announce I'm going to be doing a band versus band video. If you guys want to send me as many diabolical suggestions as you want, I've already got a shit ton of them. If you want to add more, go to the comments of my last video, band versus band, and I will do the answer video sometime early February, where I'm probably going to chop my dick off and eat it.
Culture Club versus Celtic Frost.
Not right
Culture
now.
Club all the way. Culture Club all the way. Come a chameleon.
Church of the Poison Mind.
You come and go. You come
and go. Love would come easy if your colors were like my dreams.
Red,
gold,
and green. Red, gold, and green. You were saying?
Yeah.
All right, let him finish.
You can follow me on my dead Twitter at ThrashManiac99. You can follow me on my Uprising Instagram at ThrashManiac_YT. Almost to 500 followers over there. And finally, you can follow and or subscribe to me on Twitch, ThrashManiac99, where this past week I had an insane thing happen on Monday. For my Minecraft Mondays, guess who fucking raided me? DK.
Nice.
He finally did it.
Nice. Dude, he was at over 10,000 last night.
13,000 at one point.
13,000, Pete? Wow. He was front page, I think, on Twitch. That's why.
Yeah.
Yep. He got that spot. So that was like gigantic. He was like 85. And I saw his stream a little bit, went to another stream, and then it went 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000. Holy shit. That was so cool. Good for him, man.
But, yeah, so that's all me shit. And reminder of next week. It'll be on a Sunday. I may not be here. It might be over on Scott's channel, whether it's recorded or streamed, where it's top 10 Royal Rumble match moments / mini review of Royal Rumble 2022 a little bit. The only reason why I say I may not be here is because there's a chance I'll be in Tennessee by then. So that remains to be seen. If I do manage to make the show, I'd probably be on my phone for that. But probably more likely not going to be here next week. And it'll be the first time I've missed an episode.
Yeah, man, it's weird.
It's weird.
But yes, next week we will do a review of this year's Royal Rumble match, a Royal Rumble show, and we will give our top 10 Royal Rumble moments. So, Levi, if you're not going to be here, make sure you send me your list, so I will be sure to get your list on there.
If I can remember to make it.
Yeah, don't forget to make it. And just real quick for February, I'll run down what we have planned for February. February 5th, we're doing Super Brawl 7. February 12th, top 10 on-screen wrestling couples. February 19th, In Your House Final 4. And February 26th, we're doing another Superstar segment, as it will be Terry Funk in ECW. And then March, all WrestleMania stuff. We'll get to that some other time. We'll tell you about that.
Yes, because we haven't 100% finalized what we're doing for WrestleMania season yet. But anyways, that does it from us here at the Shadow Cult. Horns high from Texas, motherfuckers. And most of us will see you next week, because the Shadow Cult podcast is the greatest podcast in the world. Yes. No.
Lord of that jackass.